Hej, siemanko, Lizyka z tej strony Męski, witam was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z trailerami oraz gameplayami, także nie przedłużając, zaczynajmy, bo mamy kolejną tutaj partię trailerków, więc pociśnijmy. Na sam początek Homeward Journey to Higra Paintball? Zobaczmy, co to w ogóle jest.
100 years ago, a satellite detected an object, an ancient starship. Deep inside the ruin was a single
Pinball,
stone
po prostu
that would
pinball.
change the course of our history forever. On the stone was etched a galactic map and a single word more ancient than the clans themselves: Higara.
Higara.
The massive colony ship was designed. Construction would take 60 years. The promise of the guide stone united the entire population. Every effort on the construction of the ship that would seek it out among the stars.
O, tego bym się nie spodziewał. Epic Games Store, no tak. Wszystko wiadomo. The Less Ori Crew.
I really didn't have a choice, you know.
We all have choice, Master. We can choose to help those who make others suffer, or we can choose to help those who suffer. Be sure you know what is better.
I'm finding our spaceship, getting out of here.
Where is your sense of justice?
Our primary objective is to get to the cradle of life and leave this planet.
Come closer.
You can't enslave them. You simply own them. And that's what we do since the dawn of our proud empire.
Były rybia pesy w jednym momencie, okej.
For everything I hoped for, I believe you're now ready for the truth.
Your choice matters. O, ciekawe. Absolute Tactics.
Making this look easy. This will help us on our journey.
Engaged. Daughters of Mercy. Ciekawe.
Good boy.
Back for Blood, Children of the War. Graliśmy ten delcek, graliśmy. O kurde.
You got a name, pal?
You will call me Prophet. And I demand your help. In this blighted land, I protected me followers, guided by the light. But they came and took them from me. Are you a man of faith, General? You think you've faced the dark before?
but you've never seen the likes of this.
Be quiet.
This way.
Open already! Back to hell with you!
Get the hell out of here!
Carter! Walk over me, Flop. Protect from those who walk with monstrosities. For thine and mine is the power. Anoint your champions, O Father. That all who dwell in the valley know we are the shadow. We are the dead. I have foreseen our victory. We will prevail.
Proper Dan. Yep. Szalony Dan.
A new world will rise from the ashes of old. Hey, fucking men!
Pięknie. No jeszcze trzeci dodatek będzie. Ciekawe, ciekawe kiedy. Call of Dragons. Okay. Skull and Bones. Polka HDR. Uncapped FPS. Yeah.
Out of those rags and into a real ship, then build your reputation.
Ray tracing. Wow. Ultra wide support. Long live piracy. Arr. Pięknie. Pięknie. O, The Last of Us Part 1 znowu. PS5.
A remaster is really more of a tech art endeavor. This was remade from the ground up.
No matter what we were making,
It was going to be compared not to the original, it was going to be compared to the memory of the original.
It became pretty clear that this is going to require more than just like a remastering approach. We really want to recreate this for the technology as opposed to putting a sheen over it.
We have new tools that allow us to make better looking animation, improvements in character rigs and facial rigs.
The characters were rebuilt. We didn't just take the original model of Henry and Sam, we built a new Henry and Sam.
We only take what we have to.
Let's do a side-by-side review. It would stop multiple times just to be like, oh my gosh, just look at that.
Things that make like the shirts wrinkle, the muscles to form correctly, facial details add such a layer of richness and life to the character that someone who wants to play this game again is the thing I am most excited about.
The scene at the beginning of the game, that was one that terrified us to remake. When Joel cradles Sarah up to him and you see their cheeks smashed together, the tears streaming down the face. There's a physicality that we were unable to achieve the first time we made this.
All the art has been rebuilt from scratch. A great example is in the Boston State House Museum. On the lower floor, there's some back rooms that in the original game were generic offices. Now there's like an art restoration station, there's busts of American colonial figures on the walls.
We have a completely new AI core. Encounters will play out in a much more dynamic way. You might play it 10 different times and get 10 different results for how the combat went.
All of that, at the end of the day, is in service of the storytelling. We want to be very faithful to the original experience, to be very true to what fans love about that game, and give them the best version of this game possible.
Nice. War Tales.
As a child, my parents would tell me stories of a land where every belly is full, every person is clothed, where peasants can become lords, a beacon of hope, culture, and art. Poets parade through the streets, reciting the latest ballads. Merchants crowd the marketplace in search of their next bargain. The majestic Gothenburg. But the city is a play. We are merely the actors, waiting for our turn in the spotlight. Friendly smiles mask even the most vile secrets and lies. Here, ambition kills faster than the plague, and it is not so much the dagger that murders as the poison that cuts it. Win over the audience, and you win Gothenburg. Truth is a lie. Trust no one. Why are you still listening to me?
Okay. Loopmancer. 12 minut? Oh, shit.
Hi, Zishu. We got a tough case that needs your help.
Welcome to Loopmancer, a 3D platformer roguelike action game in a cyberpunk universe, developed using the Unreal Engine 4 to create a realistic art style. The story takes place in the year 2046 at Dragon City, a dynamic futuristic eastern metropolis, and one of the most populous and economically powerful cities in the world. Brain-computer interfaces, AI, bionic prosthetics, and nanobiotechnology have become ubiquitous. Despite the highly developed society, a huge gap exists between the rich and poor. You play as Zhang Jishu, a detective whose family was lost to him. You were unfortunately killed while investigating a case of a famous reporter who went missing, only to find yourself awake on your apartment bed before you could accept your final moments, with vivid memories of your mission as well as your death. Before you had any idea what's going on, a colleague from your agency called you regarding investigating a case of a famous reporter who went missing. You will loop through multiple cycles of life and death throughout your game. Loopmancer is a story-driven work that places great emphasis on character building. As a roguelike game, every loop would change the stage layout and process. We are also doing everything we can to create a natural connection between the story and the roguelike mechanics. Every time you get killed, you will wake up again at your apartment and start your loop again. Death isn't necessarily bad because Zhang Zishu's memories will sync with your progress. You will remember your lessons when you face the same situation to avoid the same tragedy. The intel you gleaned will gradually unveil the secret behind the case, even the whole picture. When you return to the same scene in the next loop, you will be able to make better decisions and exercise better judgment, so as to steer the story's progress as you want. As the story progresses, you will start caring about key characters. You slowly acquire the skills required to take on bigger responsibilities and change the story itself. The entire game offers 7 endings with shocking and deep revelations. Different choices will affect the fate of key characters as well.
How long does it take to get from Longshi Town to Koga Sea Base?
Don't waste your time on it. There's no way you can do it.
Zhang Jiqu is an extremely skilled detective. He is not afraid to fight his opponents head-on, and can easily navigate around obstacles and traverse between building towers and platforms. You will have over 100 types of weapons and items to acquire as you explore the stages. We made every effort to formulate these weapons in order to give them a unique feel of combat. This is a quick glance at a few melee weapons. The Sky Splitter is a spear with good reach. You can also throw darts and other secret weapons between your moves. The Katakana is a deadly weapon that allows you to decapitate with style, in addition to basic attacks. Each melee weapon also comes with a unique overkill move. Score combo hits to build up your power, and once you've had enough, you can unleash the overkill. Now observe how the mighty lava gunblade destroys the opponents efficiently. The arsenal holds around 40 melee weapons for you to find and acquire. Let's take a look at a few firearms. Use the SMG to unleash suppressive fire on the enemy. Eviscerate your enemies with a powerful arc gun. Use the blast.
Niezła jadka. Niezła jadka po prostu. Mamy chyba Loopmancera, nie?
And enjoy the fireworks. There is also a diverse selection of tactical gear that may help out your battles. Throw glass bottles to disrupt the enemy's attack. Plant mines for a surprise attack. You can even deploy turrets and drones to help you deal with the opponents. Several months ago, Zhang Jiqu and his family had a tragic car accident that killed his daughter while he himself lost his left arm. Eager to start investigating this questionable car crash quickly, Zhang asked Dave Ray, a colleague and mechanist at the detective agency, to give him a prosthetic limb. Install different chips on the prosthetic limb to unleash special skills.
Ooh.
The Pyroblast chip lets you ignite every enemy before you. Use the Voltaic Zone chip to create a protective voltaic shield around yourself that deals electric damage to surrounding enemies. The Ice Eruption chip lets you devastate the enemy on both sides. You will face a large variety of factions and enemies. Use these 4 weapons smartly to improve your chances of survival. In addition to weapons and items, you can unlock permanent moves and tenacity with the cores you collected in your previous loops every time you wake up at your apartment. Melee Parry lets you deflect enemies' bullets or thrown projectiles. You'll no longer feel enemy ranged attacks. Shield Parry lets you block enemy melee attacks and slow them down. Dodge will no longer be your only option against enemy ambushes. Next, let's take a look at a passives. Shadow Blast lets you leave a shadow bomb when you dodge an enemy melee attack at the last moment. Narrow Escape lets you take and survive a lethal attack from the enemy, as though you miraculously revived on the spot. Unlock and learn these skills to fundamentally change your tactics in various combats. You will only become stronger and go further in your quest. As your investigation probes deeper, you will realize that this case is far more complicated than you think. You will face powerful organizations with untold ties with each other. 3 major forces will try to stop your efforts in learning about the truth. Longshi Gang, led by Wei Long, is the most powerful criminal organization in Dragon City. The gangsters are a vile bunch of murderers and racketeers. They include hooligans armed with knives and spears, as well as martial pugilists with great skill. Some of them may be boomers, rigged up to a grenade with an adrenal chip designed to make them even more easily triggered. You'll also face an underground boxer, juiced up with mutagens designed to extend his professional career. And if you press too hard, keep in mind that Wei Long has purchased a 1-ton military mech suit from Dragon Motor just to deal with you. Koga Industry, a powerful clan-based corporation that provides security services with bionic humans. Hiroyuki Ogata is the head of their force. This extremely skilled soldier is reputed to be the best in Dragon City. These bionics come in various models, are all extremely skilled in combat. Watch out for ninjas with optical camo. They will turn invisible when they see you to launch ambushes. Teleporting ninjas have the powerful mobility chips designed to instantly move between platforms and hunt you down relentlessly. The large cyborg tank is designed to overwhelm enemies with their size. They're a force to be reckoned with. Finally, the most fearsome opponent will be Hiroyuki Ogata himself. If you fight him, the slightest mistake will bring you back to your apartment. Don't be dismayed. The undefeated champion will eventually grow arrogant and belittle his opponent.
If you can survive against my blade for 1 minute, you win.
You need to learn from your defeat, and the loop is your training ground. You will eventually defeat the best in Dragon City, as long as you don't give up on yourself. Song Boyong, a genius in the field of AI and neuroscience technologies, will be your most mysterious opponent. After the murder of his wife many years ago, Song Boyong disappeared from sight. Your investigations at Ditch Village will eventually reveal how he operated and schemed in the dark for revenge. Armed with the super AI Tian Wu developed by himself, Song Boyong has prepared a terrible plan for vengeance. If you cannot stop him, the entirety of Dragon City will face a devastating change. Your investigations on the disappearance of Lisbeth will take you across 7 magnificent and intricately designed stages, each with its unique set pieces and elements. These include Longxi Town, celebrating a folk festival during the setting sun; Ditch Village, a decaying settlement abandoned due to a terrible epidemic; Koga Industry, a family business that originated in Japan and moved to Dragon City later; Tang Dynasty Hotel, an extravagant establishment that integrates traditional Eastern elements with modern aesthetics; a bionic human training base, converted from an oil rig out in the open sea during sunset; a riverside slum caught in a lightning storm and brutal gang warfare; and finally, Thompson Technology, a company with dirty secrets and the root of all evil in the story. When you arrive at the stage in a new loop, the layouts and events will change to keep your experience fresh. Stages are connected to each other based on the story's progress and your choices. Choose different stages and complete certain requirements to trigger a butterfly effect and change how the story goes. Your skills and choices will determine the fate of key characters and the entirety of Dragon City. In addition to their unique vista, every stage also features fitting gameplay elements. In Ditch Village, the locals set up devious traps and tripwires rigged to shotguns and grenades to ambush the invaders. Exercise caution and evade
Auć,
these
to musiał
traps.
boleć.
But you can also try luring your enemies to their own traps. On stormy days, exposed rooftops and streets of Longxi Town can be pretty perilous, as lightning has a habit of striking these places. Be careful and try to stay under a roof. If you have the guts, you can try luring your enemies out into the open for natural electrocution. Platformers and lever puzzles dot the stages. These minigames will not be overly difficult in the fast-paced action game, but keep in mind that it is roguelike and layouts will change. There are many interactive elements similar to them in the game, so try to use them to your advantage. Players with GeForce RTX can activate ray tracing and NVIDIA DLSS to experience ultimate graphics quality and AI-powered performance boosts. Ray Trace Reflection Tech gives you an immersive experience of the world of 2046, ranging from the festive spirits in the Pavilius and Stacks, the blinding neon lights in the heart of Dragon City, the thunderstorms of Fengli Walled City, and the creepy darkness of a decaying village. NVIDIA DLSS technology will give you an excellent boost in performance. Enjoy a smoother and augmented gameplay as you progress through various stages and overwhelm the challenges thrown at you. NVIDIA Reflex integrates GPU and game optimizations to give a dynamic reduction in system lag. This can be activated in all GeForce 900 or better graphics cards to give you a significant advantage in reflex time and fast-paced combat where every millisecond counts. Have you ever wanted to kill some time before your actual investigations? Are you short on cash for that special weapon upgrade? There's an arcade machine in the agency that pays true players and winners. Drive a flying car and weave through city towers to earn points and rewards. Don't let the sense of defeat get into you, because you can always head out of the office and see if you can get lucky in this loop.
Okej. Musimy sobie, kurde, obadać Loopmancera. Commandos 3 HD Remaster.
No problem.
Alarm!
Done. Easy as pie. I'm fully qualified.
Mission complete. The Great War, Western Front. Cóż to?
It would take but a single act to spark a war, the likes of which humanity had never known.
Developerów Command & Conquer, ciekawe.
Countless millions would now fight to hold the line.
Hold the line!
With success measured in inches. The stage set for the greatest stalemate in human history. Their lives and the fate of an entire continent. Now in your hands.
Spoko. Znowu? The Last of Us? Art Director. Oh.
To get the opportunity to do this again with better tools and 10 years of hindsight and knowledge, it's like, wow, that's like a dream come true for every artist.
We had the original art director of The Last of Us EP, and we had a new director, Sebastian, going in and really taking a look at every single space in the game.
First question that we ask ourselves is like, how do you make this better? People think when you're doing next gen, it's just more stuff. The actual art direction on a day-to-day basis was more about restraint and balance. You have to keep that focus and emotional goals all the time.
One of the themes of the first Last of Us game was the beauty of nature in this very violent world. Taking Pittsburgh, for example, with the capability of the PS5, we are now able to display a very lush environment.
We focused a lot on lighting. It drastically improved all of our cutscenes. The quality of them just got so much richer and more realistic.
No, ewidentnie różnice są srogie, nie?
Shape and depth to our characters.
Who's there?
The first time Ellie meets David, she's feeling alone, she's feeling scared. Shifting the color palette slightly to a blue represents her emotional state.
The work that our lighting team has done and the effects team and the character modelers, everything really comes together.
It's a labor of love all across the board. Every department working on this game loves this world, loves this franchise, loves these characters, and we're just doing everything we can to do right by them, to do right by the fans. We want to play this game too.
From everywhere!
Dun, dun. Gier automata?
The commander's put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am. That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now on. To be!
Or not to be.
You know, ma'am, I'm glad you're here. Scanners like me mostly work alone. Scouting out enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun. I'll hack this thing and weaken it. There's no actual meaning behind anything machines do. They don't have any feelings. I wonder if there's a side of me like that. Once we eradicate the machine life forms, us soldiers won't have anything left to do. We'll enter a new age of peace.
Octopath Traveler.
我ら一族の誇りを取り戻します。報いを受けていただきます。守護の舞。一応感謝しておくわ。熱します。見くびらないでください。どれも美味しそうなものばかり。
Conan Exiles? Age of Sorcery.
Whispers in the dark. I learn. Body by body, my mind clears as I transcend this withering flesh. Kill him. River by red river, I raise an ocean. A sacrifice to drown gods!
Do, do, do. Power demands sacrifice. Znowu The Last of Us. Okej.
Why didn't we retrofit dodge into The Last of Us since we had it in The Last of Us Part 2? If you're facing a clicker in The Last of Us Part 1, you really need to keep your distance from that clicker, because if it grabs you, it's going to kill you. I think we found a great balance for that in The Last of Us Part 2 playing as Ellie, but it just felt wrong for Joel.
Clickers?
Go. There's a whole set of mechanics that are appropriate for clickers in The Last of Us Part 1 that would kind of be subverted if you could dodge away from them. It would just be a very different feeling game.
Bo mam zaległości. Papa i Siemka. Dlatego oglądam stare rzeczy.
Put your seatbelt on, Ellie.
What about the guy?
You're in the truck, right? And you see the guy, the hunter, walking towards you. And that rolls right into a combat segment. And it shows a lot of the unique improvements in Part 1.
On the original Last of Us, we had to make difficult, complicated scripting to constantly be unloading enemies, loading in enemies, trying to preserve the illusion of continuity. But because we didn't have that constraint on the PlayStation 5, we can have more enemies all alive at the same time. There's an AI coordinator that's kind of distributing the enemies amongst these positions. So you should be able to play that fight 10
Potato aim.
ways and have the AI respond 10 different ways.
The AI systems have all become next generation, right? They're entirely advanced, but the actual gameplay is very familiar.
The core of, to me, what makes The Last of Us combat fun is that cat and mouse. Ducking down and moving behind a low cover and popping out from some angle you don't expect. The more realistic art style just grounds you in that experience. It makes it more frightening. It enhances the tension so much, and your heart is in your chest the whole time you're sneaking around these clickers. It's terrific.
Kliker wpierdala. Ja, co tu mamy dalej? Flintlock, Siege of the Dawn.
I want what you want, Norvanek. To be free of them.
No, jeśli chodzi o The Last of Us, no to tak, no. Kozak, różnice. W porównaniu do oryginału, do remastera, do remastera. To jest skok niesamowity, nie? Ciekaw jestem, jak to raz na PC to wyjdzie. Jak, nie wiedziałeś o tym? Remastera? Już wersja na PS5 to jest właśnie remastera. A to jest remake. Remake? No, w sumie można byłoby pociągnąć się pod remake'a. Ale zobaczymy. Last of Us. Tak, remake, no, completely rebuild, tak, masz rację, no. Zawsze mam z tym problemy. Ale ta giereczka też jest ten spoko. Flintlock. No. True. No tak, tu akurat przy Dead Space, no to wiadomo, że to jest remake, nie? Natomiast tutaj, przy The Last of Us, no to remake remastera, o. Widzisz, dla ciebie to... No widzisz, i to jest takie mylące, bo dla mnie na przykład The Last of Us na PS5 to jest remaster też. Remastera, no widzisz. Każdy nazywa jak chce, nie? Więc... well... Ale wiadomo, o co chodzi, każdy wie. No nie, no nadal jestem cały zawalony. Cały czas, kurde, cieknie mi z noska. Mam kaszelek cały czas też jeszcze. Więc no niestety. Nie no, jeszcze pewnie z tydzień, zanim będzie kompletnie. Ciesz się, że z nosa jedynie. Że jak dużo płynów przyjmuje, no to z dołu też leci ostro. Ale tu mi ten trailer. Flintlock. The Siege of Down.
I am the answer to praise you dare not speak, for fear the gods may hear.
Jakiś taki ala action? Nie wiem. Coś trochę podobnego może do Dark Soulsów? Ciężko powiedzieć. Ale action oriented. Spellforced, Conquest of EU. Zobaczmy co tu. Atlas Fallen. Życie kiedyś się zapowiada? Może dojdę do tego traileru jeszcze. Zobaczymy. Nie no, mi zalega jakieś 1000 trailerów jeszcze do obejrzenia. Więc wiesz. Może za tydzień w czwartek się odpalę ze strumykiem. I 3 godzinki będziemy sobie oglądać trailery. O! I wtedy trochę nadrobimy. Takie 3 odcinki wtedy sobie tam by były. Po godzinkę i by było elegancko. Trinity Trigger. Sztylecik. Nice. Stawka anime kozak, później się okazuje, że gameplay mech. No, czasami tak bywa, nie? Ja mam tyle zaległości odnośnie takich gierek z anime, bo w ogóle nic nie tykałem przez ostatnie x lat. Jak nie xx lat. Bo po prostu to są tasiemce niesamowite. W 90% tak to bywa, a to zależy jeszcze od gusta, nie? Jeśli ktoś ma naprawdę wyrafinowane gusty, no to faktycznie 90% to tak pewnie jest, nie? A co my tu mamy następnego? Hogwarts Legacy, jej! Musisz Tales of Arise pociągnąć do końca? Ostanąłeś gdzieś w połowie? Tak samo z Karoliną. No... Ja nie będę mówił, co ja muszę ruszyć. To jest masakra. Lista jest naprawdę długa. No, mówisz o tematach, których rozporuszyłeś, ale nie dokończyłeś, ale... No... Panie, dobrze oboje wiemy, że życia nam nie starczy, żeby ograć te gierki. Co tu się stało z tą jakością? Ale potatoes. Ci popsuł jakość. Gryffindor. Ostatnio ruszyłeś Uncharted, Zaginione dziedzictwo, które rozpoczęte zostało pół roku temu, a kończone dosłownie 3 dni temu. Leol, nie no. Jeśli chodzi o Uncharted, no to ja jakiś czas temu ogrywałem właśnie Uncharted'a. Wszystkie części, które wyszły. Na Playaka jakaś tam kolekcja była. I wszystko za jednym machem poszło, nie? Więc tam się nie opierniczałem z tym. Ale tak, wtedy to kurde siedziałem na tej konsolce. I dubałem. No, później tam chyba zapowiedzieli po tym, jak przyszedłem wersję na PC-ta, ale mówię, dobra, na PC-ta już nie będę grywał. Go grałem ostatnio na konsoli, więc to wystarczy w zupełności. Mówię. Slytherin dom, a teraz mamy, dobrze. No, nie wątpię w to. Slytherin. Mówisz, że VR się stał bardziej znośny? Była się brzydysza? No... Dobrze. Przynajmniej będziesz miał kolejne gierki do ogrywania. Panie! Masz pan więcej gierek do ogrania niż ja w tym momencie. Nie no. No, ja Horyzona jeszcze też nie tknąłem. No, ja mówię o normalnym Horizonie. Że w ogóle jeszcze nie tknąłem. 1K i 2 wyplatynowana. Chory człowiek jesteś po prostu. Chory. Idźcie leczyć. Uzależniony pan jest. Mógł pan iść na oddział zamknięty. Dobre gry zasługuje na platynę. Bo ja wiem. Ja wiem, czy achievementy są jakimś tam wyznacznikiem? Dla mnie nie. Akurat platynki nie męczyły. Spokojnie. Ale mówię, achievementy raczej dla mnie nie są wyznacznikiem jakimś tam. Bardziej główna fabułka, questy poboczne ewentualnie. To jest dla mnie konkretny wyznacznik. Zwłaszcza jeśli questy poboczne nie nudzą. Eolia? Jakoś tak. Co to za gierka? Co to za tytuł? Ciężko wymówić to.
You've dreamt real again, haven't you?
A, no to chyba, że tak, nie wiem, to wiesz. 10% było pod skilla. O, widzisz, tu jest jakaś gierka chyba pod VR, bo widzę takie ręce. Co to w ogóle jest?
We each have a role to play, even if you are not a believer.
No jakaś kubka, no. Aczkolwiek i tak te gry pod VR coraz lepsze robią, nie? Symulator Jezusa by się przydał. No właśnie, niedługo wychodzi symulator Jezusa. O ileż nie wyszedł. Stellaris, Toxoids. Okej. Okej, muszę zobaczyć. I'm Jesus Christ. To jest to. Q4, 2, 3. Czyli jeszcze trochę poczekamy. I'm Jesus Christ.
Hey, you reckon we're done after this? This wreck's still warm. We're seeing blorgs out here.
Don't worry about that. The fight's over. They brought it.
Already? How many planets can we go through in a year?
As many as we need. It's starting.
Guess who has to clean up that mess?
Ale z czego będzie gameplay? Crusader Knights 3.
Beware, ruler. Friends and enemies, two sides of the same coin.
Tego czegoś, ale czyli czego? Ze Stellaris czy?
Experience larger than life.
I'm Jesus Christ.
With over 100 new player-driven events. Your ruler's day-to-day has never felt more fraught or exhilarating. Watch as your loved ones and those out for your blood come alive in the most intimate detail. Keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. Make relationships really matter with the new Crusader Kings 3 Friends and Foes event pack. Real strategy requires cunning.
O, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, co to jest? Super Heroes DLC. Nie, tutaj to jestem pod wrażeniem, że cały czas wspierają Xenoverse'a dwójeczkę. A teraz ten, zapowiedzieli ten Tenkaichi 4 chyba? To mnie ciekawi też. Jak chcę jeszcze raz przejść Fighter Z, mam jeszcze do przejścia Kakarota, którego w ogóle jeszcze nie grałem, więc No, Budokai Tenkaichi 4, no dokładnie. Oh, Jesus. Tych DLC paków do tego Dragon Balla to jest 1 200 000, kurde, majątek wydasz. Na PC ten Next-Gen update jest też... czy on odnosi KK? A nie wiem, nie mam tego pojęcia, wiesz? New Tales from the Borderlands. 20 minut? Holy shit! Okej. Zobaczmy, co tutaj jest ciekawego. Będziemy przeskakiwać. To w międzyczasie sobie zobaczymy kakarota.
You've got a secret sewer exit built into your shop?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes.
Chyba nie ma na PC-ta.
Bodies down
Wiesz?
here. Pretend you didn't.
Przynajmniej nic to nie opisują w artykule, którym znalazłem.
Talk about something we definitely won't see. Got it.
Które te borderlandsy też tyle powychodziło, że szkoda gadać.
Good friend of mine. Shut up, Mora. Decent friend.
Do you wanna die?
Acquaintance.
You're heading into a battalion of TDO troops.
How do you know that?
I snuck a tracker into your clothes in case I ever needed to kill you. Stay quiet. Sneak. Don't run. Pretend you're on a stealth mission, huh? And that you're not an idiot. And if they catch you, make sure you die before you give me up, okay?
Stealth, like shooting them quietly?
Like not shooting at all.
Oh. Okay. I guess. TDR troops ahead. Gotta be sneaky.
What? How? I'm not a covert operative.
Just stay low and follow my lead. You know, stay quiet and avoid.
Czyli sądzę, że graficznie też podobnie wyjdzie, nie?
But I would never put the words quiet and Octavio
Z tym, że
solar system as each other.
na konsoli pewnie będziesz miał loka na 60 FPS tylko, a na PC nie?
Soldier can't scream with a crushed windpipe. Wait, so our options are to sneak around and pray nobody spots us, or quietly murder everyone we.
Na PC też jest lok na 60 FPS, kurde, okej.
So, yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Dobra, przeskoczymy dalej sobie. Aha. No to trzeba było pewnie wypoczytać. Czy się faktycznie opłaca na PC-cie. Kakarota. Czy jednak konsolka. Czy w moim przypadku to PC pewnie będzie, nie?
Is that a... No, it couldn't be. Not worth much in the market, but to a true Vaultlander connoisseur.
My Vaultlander? You want it, it's yours. Just let me go.
I'm not gonna take it. Vaultlanders must be earned
No, no.
through the rite of glorious combat.
You wanna fight?
Indeed I do. Will versus will. Vaultlander to Vaultlander!
Oh. Okay.
Beat me.
Ja, zobaczmy co to w ogóle jest. LOL? What the fuck is that?
Super Bowl combo. Lander ripping. R.I.P. KO.
Okej.
It's okay. No big deal. Just a couple of alien warriors. Pretty sure they didn't see us.
No i potoczyła się główka.
Time to boogie, kids. Friend's gonna get us out of here.
Pożygał się, bo go robotowi głowa spadła. LOL. No, no, dokładnie. Nie no, spoko te borderlandsy wyglądają. Są jakieś wybory i tak dalej. Co tu jeszcze jest? O, szczurek. Tak, ojter. Aw.
That animal has zero right to be as cute as it is. I would follow her to hell and back.
How about to a vault?
That'll do, Rach. That'll do.
Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Juniper is. Juniper's a good girl.
Well, who wouldn't be a good girl for that kind of attention?
I wouldn't. Would not.
All right, girl. We're counting on you. How did we get to the vault from here?
Okay.
We made it.
It's
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Fran should be seeing this.
She could name a frogut after it.
Like praline portal punch or top secret sauce. You're right. Fran should be here. Fran!
Oh!
Miss me?
No? Anyway, look!
All that effort, and Juniper just led us to the other side of this glowy arch thingy.
It's quite clever, actually. It's a dimensional portal, so you can enter and exit it from either side. And on this side, the Guardians can't see us, so we have all the cover we need to...
Do you want to explain more about vault physics, or can we go inside it now?
Komu w drogę, temu czas. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. No dobra, ale ludziska, na ten odcinek to tyle z mojej strony. Także dzięki wielkie za oglądanie i widzimy się już niedługo w kolejnym. Trzymajcie się.